So, hey guys, Chauzu here. We got a very surprise reveal this morning that we're getting a Kizuna legend, and it's actually Dr. Vegapunk himself. I will just start saying that this kind of throws a lot of Anni predictions in shambles, because I think most people will agree that if we're getting an Egghead anniversary, Vegapunk is like one of the most obvious units to use for that. So the fact that they use him already for an event as insignificant as a normal Kizuna Sugo is not even Super Kizuna, or Super Boss Kizuna, I should say. That like it does imply that maybe Egghead won't be Anni, which personally, good thing, I think, will be great. But yeah, let's focus on Dr. Vegapunk for this video, and he's actually really strong. We don't know if he is a Kizuna legend or if this is like the Hancock legend we got a few months back, where it's a normal legend that debuts on a special Kizuna Sugo. So we'll have to wait and see a bit for that. Hopefully he's a normal legend, because he's really good. Like, if he's a normal legend, he's most definitely the best normal legend of the year so far. He's an excellent unit. Like the other Stellas we've got so far, he's Int Cerebral, also Free Spirit. He has Pinch Healing, Fear, and Super Tandem. And Super Tandem is really cool since the other Stellas focus on the final tap so far. He also has a Super type, which goes along well with the Stellas who all have Super Cerebral, so you can pick and choose a bit, basically, what you want. And yeah, 15 CD special, pretty high, but the special is actually really good. I guess we start with the special, since that's how they do with these pictures we get. And yeah, his special reduces special bind by 10 turns. Important to note that he doesn't resist special bind as captain, so you can only remove it as a sub, which I think is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Changes his own slot, including block, to tandem, and prevents it from being changed until you hit a perfect. So this is similar to a few other units we have, like the PKA Jinbei, where you get a tandem or guaranteed. The V2 Uta has this as well. So this makes it very easier to use Super Tandem over several stages. Next is the big mechanic of this legend. Allows you to select up to 2 of the following effects to launch for 1 turn. So you have a few different buffs to choose from. You can pick 2 that you want. The options are 2.75 times attack boost for 1 turn for Cerebral, 2.75 times Ore boost for Cerebral, 2.5 times Call Affinity for Cerebral, plus 1500 base attack boost for Cerebral, plus 1.8 chain boost for Cerebral, and 2.5 times Death Down conditional. So yeah, most of these are Cerebral focused, but there are some universal buffs in the mix, which makes him a bit more usable on non-Cerebral teams if you ever want to use him for that. All of that is cool, but the main thing that makes this great is the text that comes next. Launched effects will not trigger interrupt from enemies. That's amazing. One of the most powerful effects in the game, really. So you can get 2 really strong buffs, and you can ignore if the enemy doesn't want you to get them. And that's a pretty common mechanic in the game, so just ignoring it altogether is very useful. So yeah, this also pairs very well with the Stellas we've got so far, since, well, they are both designed around stacking multiple attack boost and ore boost, and with Vegapunk here you have another option of getting an attack boost and an ore boost. And then you can pick and choose like what you want to combine it with. Or you might have another way to get 2 attack boosts, for example, and then you can make use of one of the other buffs from Vegapunk. So I do think it will be very interesting from the special alone. We have the Captain to talk about too, which is also really strong. Let's finish reading the special though. And the next effect is really bizarre. They must have some specific unit in mind, but I don't know who that is. Maybe it's not released yet, but if 6 int characters are on the crew and crewmate's second class is Powerhouse, you change the second class to Cerebral for 1 turn. So this basically means that 6 int, if you have that, anyone who has a Powerhouse or secondary class gets changed to Cerebral unless they already are Cerebral. Like, I really have no idea the purpose of this so far. But it's a neat bonus, I guess. Not sure if neat is even the proper term here, since I don't really see the purpose. Like, they get buffs from Vegapunk, of course. So you can run some int units that aren't Cerebral and turn them Cerebral, but like, for me, it should just be every second class is changed to Cerebral. Like, why just Powerhouse? It's very bizarre. But yeah. Yeah, if characters like Captain, Frank Captain, Helper Captain, you apply minus 20% Cerebral resistance to all enemies for 1 turn. That's a very small bonus for being Captain, but thankfully being Captain is good in general, since it's a very strong Captain ability. Minus 2 CD for Cerebrals at start of the quest. Tandem, Bomb, Super Bomb slots have matching slot effects. I want to pause there and say that I have no idea why Bomb and Super Bomb are matching. They are not part of Vegapunk's kit from what I can see. Not part of any of the other Stella's kits as far as I can remember. So I have to assume this is for some upcoming unit. But at the same time, those units who have some mechanic with Bomb usually makes Bomb matching themselves. So I don't really see the purpose of that either. It's a bit bizarre. 1.3 times HP. If 6 Cerebral are on the crew, boost Cerebral characters attack by 5.75 times when slots match. Otherwise 5.25 times attack. And yeah, that is one potential use of Vegapunk special, turning Powerhouse to Cerebral, since you get an extra powerhouse attack boost as well when you run a full Cerebral team. And you also reduce Paralysis Bind by 10 turns. Absolutely insane utility. Like, that's some Super Sugo-Fest utility we have there on a presumably normal legend, so that's absolutely amazing. On top of that, we have minus 2 CD, and we have the special that gives you any 2 buffs you want and ignores interrupt. So you can safely say this is like the OP Cerebral unit we've been waiting for during Egghead. So yeah, I think they made Vegapunk justice for sure. It's going to be a really strong legend. Resist special bind as sub and makes Tandem, Bomb, Super Bomb matching for Cerebral. He has an interesting support. Can be put on int type Cerebrals, so like the other Stellas. If support a character uses a special to further increase boost effect. So it's not if you use like 2 times attack boost special, but if you use a special that increases your attack boost by plus 0.5, for example, then this will work. If you do that, you reduce bind paralysis by 2 turns, so yeah, that's an amazing support too. Pretty niche way of activating it, but yeah, it will give some units who usually don't have this kind of utility some very good utility. But yeah, we need to check like just how many units does this actually apply to. We'll have to check that later. Super Tandem, and it's any of the Vegapunks, or Bonnie, or Kuma, or the Straw Hats. If you have 2 of those. You get a pretty bland super type special actually. You get a 20% max HP increase and a 30% HP heal that can overheal. And you further buff attack and or boost by plus 0.25. So it's not useless by enemies, it's just not a really strong super type. But yeah, it's better than not having super type. Like, it's not useless, it's just definitely not as strong as the rest of the kit. Super Tandem, same as the super type in condition and in 2 units. And this is also pretty weak, but you get a 2 times tandem attack boost, and that's always strong by its own. On top of that, the Anni final tap potential ability launch get an extra base attack boost by plus 1000. It's not strong at all, but they really want you to use this together with Lilith or Atlas final tap, and Lilith final tap is going to get a lot stronger with this unit since she has the Straw Hat Crew final tap, where if you have Cerebrals doing damage, she has it on top of her special. So yeah, Lilith is going to really like the addition of this unit. And yeah, like Atlas 2, of course, they both work well with Vegapunk. That's for sure. Okay. Let's take a look at PvP really quick. And the PvP special is a bit weird, but not the highest CT. One enemy gets special CT reduction. So you target all of the enemy's strong points basically. So high special CT gets reversed 50%. 2 high attack enemies get hit with attack down. 2 high defense enemies get hit by defense down. And 3 high HP enemy gets hit for HP 40% reduction. So it's good in that way that you always get some guaranteed value. You're not going to reduce the defense of something that isn't boosted at all in defense, for example. So I think it's pretty interesting. Definitely not a special that's good on its own. Needs to be carried by the rest of the kit. And I think the ability is fine. Like, you get the HP up and def up, which is very good for a defensive backbone. And you also get some special CT speed up. It's unfortunate there's no other buff like speed or attack up. But like, it's still good defensively for sure. Could have been better, and there's no GP stats. So yeah, I don't know, maybe with Vegapunk now you can try and do some int cerebral team with him. But yeah, I'm not a believer at least, that's for sure. But yeah, super strong legend. I won't be pulling for him now since it's no pull April. Maybe I'll end up regretting it, but it is what it is. It's a very strong legend, but I can definitely survive without him. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.